Hey Talfa amigos, I'm Captain StiK, joined by the one and only Captain yoK. All right, so what if I told you that there are countries out there that are doing just fine without even a single airport?
It's true. There are 5 of them, actually, and they're not just like little remote islands or something. We are talking destinations that are right in the heart of Europe,
Wow.
Each one with its own special kind of vibe.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So no frantic dashes to the gate, just like scenic train rides through the Alps?
Yeah.
Maybe a private helicopter to some glamorous casino. I need the details.
Okay, well, let's start with Andorra. Have you ever heard of it?
Andorra, I'm not sure.
Okay, well, think like rugged mountain peaks and winding roads with views that will just blow you away. It's like a paradise for people who love the outdoors, And then anyone who just loves a good road trip.
So no airport, but epic drives instead.
Yeah.
I can already picture myself, cruising through those mountain passes.
Oh, yeah.
But how do people even get to this place?
It's way up high in these mountains, the Pyrenees Mountains between France and Spain. And no airport means you're driving in from one of those countries. So picture this like a 3-hour journey from Barcelona or Toulouse.
Wow.
Just to get there.
It sounds like the journey is part of the adventure. So where else can we ditch the plane and embrace like a different kind of travel experience?
Well, speaking of dramatic arrivals, how about Monaco? Tiny little country on the French Riviera.
I was pictured as like a haven for private jets and stuff.
Right. Well, that's the thing about Monaco. Its lack of an airport actually adds to its kind of exclusive vibe. Instead of planes, imagine arriving by helicopter or even a yacht.
Okay.
Talk about an entrance.
Yeah, that's definitely a level of luxury I hadn't considered. It's like their transportation choices are part of their brand,
Yeah.
But okay, let's be real. I'm not exactly rolling up in a super yacht.
Yeah.
What are the more, accessible options?
Sure. Well, you can easily get to Monaco from the Nice-Côte d'Azur airport in France, which is just a 40-minute drive away.
Right.
Or better yet, picture yourself on a scenic train ride along the French Riviera, soaking up those coastal views, a much more relaxing way to travel than dealing with all that airport chaos.
Now, that's an image I can get behind. Swapping the stress of security lines for the charm of a European train journey.
Right.
Tell me more. What other airport-free gems are out there?
All right, let's shift gears from the high-octane glamour of Monaco to the peaceful serenity of Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein.
This tiny country nestled between Switzerland and Austria, all about breathtaking alpine scenery, medieval castles, and a pace of life that feels worlds away from the usual hustle and bustle.
I'll admit it's not a place I've given much thought to before. But tranquility and castles?
Yes.
I'm already feeling more relaxed just thinking about it. So how does their airport-free status play into this sense of calm?
Well, for one thing, it means no noisy planes overhead.
Right.
Just the sounds of nature and maybe the distant clang of a cowbell or something. And the journey to Liechtenstein itself is a slow and scenic affair.
It sounds like the perfect antidote to our always-on hyper-connected world.
Right.
It almost feels like a deliberate choice. Like they're saying, we're going to do things differently here.
Exactly. And while Liechtenstein has no airport of its own,
Right.
It's really easy to get to from airports in Switzerland.
Yep.
You could fly into Altenrhein Airport, which is just a short 30-minute drive from Liechtenstein.
Right.
Or Zurich Airport, about 90 minutes from the capital Vaduz.
So even though they've chosen to forego an airport, they're still well connected to the wider world. It's a fascinating balance.
It is.
All right, what's next on our airport-free world tour?
Okay, let's step back in time and head to San Marino, one of the oldest republics in the world. Imagine a tiny country perched on a mountaintop in Italy, with cobblestone streets, ancient towers, panoramic views.
I've seen pictures. It looks like something out of a fairy tale.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing those medieval walls don't exactly leave room for a runway.
No, not quite. The absence of an airport only adds to San Marino's old world charm. Instead of flying directly in, you'd be driving through the rolling Italian countryside, gradually ascending towards this historical gem.
Oh, I see.
It's all part of the experience, The anticipation builds, you get closer, and you're already immersed in the Italian landscape before you even arrive.
It's like they're deliberately inviting you to slow down and savor the approach.
Yes.
No hurried airport transfers here. So what's the typical route for reaching this mountaintop republic?
Most visitors fly into Federico Fellini International Airport in Rimini,
Okay.
which is a comfortable 30 to 40-minute bus ride from San Marino.
It sounds like the perfect way to set the tone for a visit to such a historic and unique destination. All right, we've explored mountains, Riviera glamour, and medieval charm. What's our final stop on this airport-free adventure?
Well, we've saved the smallest for last, Vatican City.
Vatican City.
This tiny country nestled within the heart of Rome, the center of the Catholic Church, and a treasure trove of art history and religious significance.
Country within a city. I can't imagine them squeezing an airport into that already packed landscape.
And its location within Rome makes an airport completely unnecessary. Imagine you can just step out of St. Peter's Square and you're surrounded by Roman history, ancient ruins, and bustling Italian life.
It's like stepping into a living museum. So how do people typically reach this tiny yet incredibly significant destination?
Well, Rome's airports, Ciampino and Fiumicino, are easily accessible and just a short trip away from Vatican City. Take a taxi, a train, or even the bus. And for those very special guests, there's even a Vatican heliport.
Wait, the Vatican has a heliport. Who gets to use that?
Well, let's just say the Pope doesn't have to deal with airport security lines.
I guess even the Pope needs a quick escape route sometimes. But what strikes me about all these places is that they've found a way to thrive without relying on air travel. It makes you wonder, could this model be applied elsewhere? Could more places benefit from embracing slower, more sustainable ways to travel?
It's a really compelling idea, especially as we all become more aware of the environmental impact of how we choose to travel.
Right.
Imagine a world where train travel, scenic routes, and just a more mindful approach to getting from point A to point B were like the priority.
It would definitely change how we travel.
Yeah.
Instead of just focusing on getting to our destination as quickly as possible, we'd be encouraged to enjoy the journey itself.
Think about it. Reduce carbon emissions, a renewed appreciation for local communities and the landscapes, and a chance to really disconnect from the digital world and reconnect with ourselves and what's around us.
That's a great thought to end on. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.
My pleasure.